Hello and welcome back, Raiders and Raiderettes. HSFIV, also known as Chesty Puller here. And guys, I'm a regular player. I'm not a Kraken, okay? I wanted to show you my progression in certain areas and why I chose those teams and just my general thinking on why those teams I thought were good. I'll show you my builds. My builds are not good. They are not good. Um, so this is the reason right here. There was a progress mission for Marius, which I needed to complete Ice Golem hard level 5. I was on Ice Golem hard level 3 and I couldn't get past 4 or 5. So today I decided to take a look at it, and I was able to do 4 and 5 just by changing my team. Nothing special. I didn't change any builds. I didn't change any speeds. I just changed my way of thinking about Ice Golem hard rather than thinking about Ice Golem normal. I had to just think about Ice Golem hard. I also wanted to show you Archer here. Um, and this is not Ice Golem. This is Dragon, which also I have not tried to progress on Dragon. I think I'm on Dragon 6 or something like that. But I wanted to show you what my thinking was here. With Archer, she is amazing. Okay, nobody gets to take a turn with Archer, and when you get to the Dragon, the Hex will help. Nishak and Zavia kill the Dragon. Duchess is just in there for, or excuse me, Nishak and Zavia poison the Dragon. Newt smacks the Dragon. Duchess is in there for damage mitigation and a revive if we need one, which we rarely ever do. But I wanted to show you Archer, okay? So I could put it where Archer stuns at the beginning, and then no one would ever get a turn. But I did it so that she provokes at the beginning and hexes, because there's more damage done when hex is up. So I do the hex first, but still nobody really gets a turn. Nobody gets a turn. You see, that's like pretty quick. It's not a speed team. I'm not a Kraken. I'm not showing you how to do this like the fastest way possible. But I just want to show you, she provokes everybody so they're locked out for 2 turns. They can't do anything but A1. That is if they got a turn. But then she stuns everybody and slows them down. That's why I said if you put the stun and the decreased speed up first, no one would ever get a turn. And so for waves, there's really nobody better than Archer. I mean, she is literally the best for waves. And she does so many other things. Her 2-turn provoke AoE, I don't think there's another champion in the game that does that. So she's amazing. She's in my Nightmare Hydra team. And the Head of Decay never gets to do anything. He's provoked all the time with Archer. And so all you really need on Archer is a little bit of speed and whatever her accuracy is. And I'm not even sure. I think I'll show you the build here for her and everything. But I love Archer. And then right now she's got her Hex up, which is going to help. And now with the poisons and the bombs that are up there, I don't think the Dragon gets to take his second turn. He never seems to take his second turn. He never seems to kill anybody. But if he did kill anybody, look at Duchess. She's like 100%. So even if he did kill somebody, Duchess is going to raise him right back up. So and look how quick they're chunking him down with the poisons. It's pretty quick. There's no way he survives. That's it. It's over. I just wanted to show you Archer. Archer is literally one of my favorite champions. She is amazing. Um, so we got a couple of pieces there that are questionable, but I'll keep them. And so let's go ahead and look at Ice Golem. And like I said, I just built this team just a few minutes ago. And I was on 3. It went through 4 no problem. Then it went through 5, which is what you need for the Marius missions. And here's what I was thinking: Seer to clear the waves, Oella for healing. Oella has 2 heals. She really does a good job of healing. Um, I wasn't using her anywhere else really, and I thought this would be a good spot for her. Um, because I'm not using her anywhere else, I've just got gear thrown on her. She is no special build whatsoever. My thinking on Duchess again, damage mitigation, revive if we need her. Uh, Artak, I think, is the one that's with the hit point burns, is killing. Remember, you can't hit this boss. If you hit this boss, there's something where he'll hit you back. And his hit is strong. So you don't want to hit him with actual hits. War Master also counts. You're really not supposed to have War Master. I'm sure I have War Master on Artak, but and I'm pretty sure I have War Master on Seer as well. But it's so far it's working. Um, for the higher levels, as he gets stronger and stronger, I'll probably have to do something about the War Master on this. But the reason that I brought the block revive in is just for that, for the decreased defense and for the block revive, and that's going to work a couple of times. She's got a long cooldown, and I don't think she's booked, but so I think it's like a 7-turn cooldown. But in this fight, she'll probably get a couple of block revives. So so that's it. Now, the second reason I brought Seer in is because Seer can kill the 2 helpers that he has there, the 2 clones, the Ice Golem, his, some people call him ads. I don't know what ads means, but the ads, as people say, I don't know what that means. I don't even know what it's short for. The adversaries, I don't know what it means. But anyway, I've asked different people. Nobody knows what ads means. But you know who I'm talking about. So I haven't failed on this. I've done 10 runs, and no one ever comes close to even really getting hurt. So I'm assuming that I could continue to go with this team. Like I said, my speeds are pretty slow. Nothing's been built. My Duchess is in my Hydra team, so she's fairly well built. My Seer is built for the Doom Tower. She's my wave clearer, and then I don't use Artak hardly anywhere. I don't use Oella anywhere, and Lydia, I use her when I can, but I don't have a specific area for Lydia. I think I use Lydia in um, some some of my 3 versus 3 teams for arena, and so that's it. It works really well. We can go ahead and try stage 6 right here. I've never done it before. We'll go ahead and try stage 6 and then maybe stage 7. But again, Seer basically clears the waves. Duchess gives everybody the damage mitigation for AoE attacks. And Duchess also throws up the Veil, which gives additional damage mitigation. That's not going to help on the waves at all, because the waves don't get to touch you. Seer clears the waves. Seer clears the waves pretty quickly. So, like, again, guys, I know people can do this in like 5 seconds, okay? I can't do that. we're at 30 seconds already, you know what I mean? And we're at the boss in 30 or so seconds. So I don't know how to do the speed teams, and this is basically free to play stuff here, which is all I'm looking for. I'm not looking for, I want to know how to do it, you know what I mean? And so now, after having to figure things out on my own, a lot of these guys that make the videos, first of all, I can't hear them. I can't understand their accent, or they just talk about who they're giving a donation to, or they talk about their kids, or they talk about their dog, or they talk about something else. I just want to get to the stats, you know what I mean? Like, what is the reason that this is working? And I know I'm not talking about the stats because I don't have any. I don't really have any stats. I will show you the build real quick, but this is just stuff I'm throwing in the champion for the skills that they have, and I'm throwing in the champion for their abilities and the combination. It's sort of like a combination lock. Like, how do you unlock Ice Golem hard? I think this is a pretty good combination. Everyone should have Oella. Everyone should have Artak. Everyone should have Seer by now. Eventually, everybody gets every Void. And if you're, if you finished and you got Lydia, you should have Lydia. The only wild card here is some people don't have a Duchess, but you don't need a Duchess. Another person that you could use instead of Duchess is the high elf Blue Lion. I can't think of his name. But he hits, so that might not be the best. But he does do a lot of similar things. Okay, we lost Lydia, but she came right back. I think that's the first... I wasn't really watching, but I think that's the first person we've lost. And so we got through 6, not as cleanly as 5. 5 was like, I did it, I needed 20, so I did it 10 or 11 times to get my mission. We can go ahead and try 7, and if it does well, maybe we go to 8. If it looks a little sketchy in 7... Now, here's something weird I just noticed. I just did it just allowed me to do a super raid when I haven't passed this level yet, and it let me do a super raid on level 6 as well when I never have done level 6. So you're not supposed to be able to do super raids, so that's a glitch, obviously. I don't know why it allowed me to do super raids on 6 and 7. This is the first time I've ever done 6 or 7. So obviously that first wave, nothing to worry about. Second wave, Norog's here. If you don't have Seer, and yeah, it was a struggle for me to get my 6-star blessing for Seer. As a matter of fact, I've only recently got that. Before I got that 6-star, some of the Doom Tower waves were challenging. But once I got the 6-star blessing on Seer, that makes her much better. She is, believe it or not, she is not built that well. She has my second highest or third highest crit damage. I think, yeah, Newt probably has my second highest crit damage. Acrizia has my first highest crit damage, and Seer has my third highest crit damage. Those are my three crit damage builds that I have. Believe it or not, crit damage builds are very difficult when you start talking about close to 300 crit damage or over. That's super difficult to do. I think she's at like 200 and something crit damage, 260 or something like that. Yeah, it's looking a little bit more sketchy. My seer is low on health. Um, let's see if Oella can help her build back some hit points. You're gonna see if Oella does her heal. You'll see. Okay, there, Oella did her heal. See, everyone except for Artak, which that's expected. Artak kills his hit points, so but everybody except for Artak was back to full health. My Seer is a little bit of a glass cannon. She's not really tough, so maybe I'm not going to be able to use Seer past this level. Obviously, my Duchess does bring her back. My Duchess doesn't ever seem to be in trouble. But Lydia and Seer, now they're my Oella went down. Everybody went down. Duchess brings them all back. Now, hopefully, Oella will get everybody back to full health. And, wow, Seer, excuse me, Duchess was really low on health there for a second. But did you see the massive heal that Oella did? Oella did a massive heal. I also think that Oella might add some damage mitigation. I have to read her kit again, but there was a reason that I used Oella, and I think that she's a perfect fit for Ice Golem Hard. Um, It seems to me like the Ice Golem was low in health, and then he gained some health somehow. So I'm not going to do 8. This is a little too sketchy. I'm sure that I would lose. See, it gave me a double. It gave me a double prize there. So it did give me a super raid, which it shouldn't have because I had never done that before. So that's a little bit of the progression there in Ice Golem, and a little bit of progression in Dragon. And the reason that those teams worked, if you don't have an archer, or I mean, if you have an archer and you're not using her, she is amazing. I like Archer better than Armand's by like 100%. Archer, everyone was like, "Oh, Armand's is going to break the game." Archer is so much better than Armand. I have Armand's, but Archer is so much better than Armand's. It's not even funny. And I kept telling everybody, stop crying. Armand's is not going to break the game. He might help some people, low people with progression, but he's not a game breaker. You know what I mean? So, anyway, guys, I hope it was helpful. See you next time.